Okay, Damian, congratulations first of all. Difficult decision?
No, not at all. It's been a good year and a bit that I've been here so far. So when it came to deciding when I wanted to stay or not, it was pretty simple and straightforward. Really, I think it was all wrapped up in pretty much one phone call. So as far as straightforward things go, I think it was pretty much the easiest one there.
And I mean, this is your livelihood. To what extent does it go through the back of your mind on the contracts coming up quite soon, etc., etc.?
Yeah, I think it is one of those things that you kind of worry about a bit, especially once you start getting a little bit older. You don't necessarily know how coaches are thinking in terms of whether how much longevity they think you've got or whatever. But it's one of those things. It's nice to get done early because obviously when you know what's what and where you're staying for the next couple of years, it does take a lot of pressure off and a lot of heat off you in terms of working out what you are going to be doing, to make your money for the next couple of years. And obviously you can get on with playing then and focus on those kind of things.
How happy have you been with your form this year?
Yeah, pretty happy. It's been pretty good to kind of get a few starts towards the back end of last season, and obviously carried that through from the pre-season to the start of this season. So it's been it's one of those things. It took a while to break in, obviously with Hanksy and Hazy playing so well last year. I had to obviously wait a fair bit of time to get into the team. So now that I'm in there, I'm just enjoying being in there. Really, I think it's going okay at the moment. There's obviously things to work on, things to kick on. But at the moment, yeah, fairly happy with where we're at.
And all successful teams, there's always going to be a lot of competition for the places.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the lock department that we've got here, I think lock and back row are pretty strong there. I think obviously when you look at the fact that we've got James Hanks, Dean Mumm, myself and Romano's not even played as a league game this season, just shows where we're at in terms of strength and depth. So it's tough to get into the team when obviously once you get in there you want to keep your space and keep holding on there. So it's one of those things you've got to keep pushing yourself on and playing well, because if you don't, the next person behind you is going to do their job and you might not get back in. So it's a good position to be in. We need to be strong. If you look at the top teams, they've obviously got a lot of quality throughout their whole squad, and I think that's something that we're starting to build towards here now. And I think the results that will show on the pitch.
Going into the second half of the season now, what's your take on what's gone so far?
Yeah, I think we've done okay. We've had a few near misses in some games that would have been nice to kind of put to bed and maybe get a few points that maybe have slipped us by. But I think the way we're playing is obviously developing nicely, and as a club we're going in the right direction. I think it's obviously a case of coming into this next part of the season. I think it's a case of we'd like to nail down a few more victories and maybe put to bed a few games that we've maybe let slip. So I think it's going the right way, and I think looking on the positive side, I think things will keep continuing in that fashion.
You're neck and neck with Wasps. It's a significant weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big game for us. I think it's kind of a pivotal moment in the season. It could be. I think obviously when we look at the table and where we are, we're there or thereabouts, but we obviously need to kick on as much as we can. And this obviously is one of those games where whichever team comes out on top is going to go a large way towards the rest of the season.
Brilliant. Thank you, David.
No problem at all.